Do you really know your client? Now, that's a question that's come up for me many times during my training, and it's quite a vulnerable place to be. But funnily enough, whilst I've been in conversation with other trainees, is it's also come up for them many times as well. Part of the reason why I ask this question is because one thing I've come to learn about therapy now is that new stuff comes up constantly. You've got absolutely no idea what's going to come up from one session to the next. And I think sometimes there's almost like a rush as a trainee to kind of do the best work you possibly can in the short amount of time you have. And that might be 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe even in a role play or something, for example. And your job is to get to the bottom of essentially what the issue might be. Now, within session 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5, and possibly even maybe 10, that might not be the job in those sessions. The real deep thing for the client that might come up, it might come up way later down the line. It might come up in session 15, maybe even session 20, potentially even further down the line. And that was a hard lesson that I had to learn. I kind of found myself rushing a lot in therapy sessions instead of slowing things down and taking my time. And eventually, when I kind of learned to just sit with what was showing up with the client in that particular session and just slowing everything down a little bit more, funnily enough, my sessions started flowing a lot easier as well. And then eventually things started getting a little bit faster. I started getting to places a little bit quicker. And it almost sounds counterproductive. Just slow everything down with your client, and funnily enough, it kind of speeds up along the way. I think truly knowing your client can take weeks and weeks and weeks. It's about being able to sit in the awkwardness, sit in that silence, hold space for them when they maybe don't even want to speak to you sometimes. And that's kind of where the real work is done. Ultimately, I think the work takes time, so don't rush it. Slow things down when you can and whenever you can. And ultimately, I think what happens is your client starts showing up as who they are when they feel safe. And that is the goal, I think, of what we're trying to do.